and welcome to the 6 hours of the Nurburgring. This is the 4th round of the season, the second time we've been here in Germany. Last year it was a 1-2 for Porsche in LMP1 and a win in GT Pro as well. With us this year, one of the winners last year, eventual champion Timo Bernhard, representing Audi Sport Team Jost Loic Duval, and finally from LMP1 Toyota Gazoo Racing's Sebastian Buemi. In LMP2, representing G-Drive Racing René Rast in LMGT Pro, it's the Ford Chip Ganassi Team UK of Stefan Mucker, and GTE AM is represented by Wolf Hensler's KCMG. Starting with Timo, as a record 5-time winner of the 24 hours here, you must have a good feeling coming to this paddock.
Yes, absolutely, and it's home race. It's just 150 k's away from where I grew up, and I have a lot of great memories. Nurburgring starting, I think the first time I was here at the age of 5 when my dad was racing around here in the VLN series, just a couple of meters away from me on the Nordschleife. So yeah, a lot of great memories, and actually, I mean, last year's victory was a good add to that memory with the Nurburgring, and it's the heart of German racing, and I feel that this race really belongs to the WC calendar, and I hope it really stays. And as we saw last year, the crowd was really good, and I hope we can get at least that crowd back for Sunday's race. It would be very good.
Tell us how different the car is from the race-winning car at Le Mans.
Well, I mean, for sure that the competition is so high in this class that you cannot just put the car just for Le Mans, because Le Mans is so special. It's not a permanent racetrack, and it's top speed is really important there. So for these tracks, like for these racetracks after Le Mans, such as Nurburgring, you need to define a completely new aero, like a high downforce, and I think that all 3 manufacturers in LMP1 they did that, and you can see that everyone was really close together. So it seems like it will be a very tight race, but for sure you have to rebuild the car completely for these kind of racetracks. Otherwise, you have no chance. If you just bring your Le Mans car to here, you will have no chance for the victory.
In terms of the number 1 car, you guys have had a difficult year so far with no points. Your teammates have got 94 points.
Well, we have 3.5 points.
3.5.
It's not no points.
Sorry.
It's a bit.
In terms of the the role and dynamic within the team, then, are you playing a backup role, or are you still very much fighting for the championship themselves?
No, I mean, our role hasn't changed. I mean, we do our races, we push, and we try to win races. But for sure, the team's asking for our service, then we definitely would support the team, because it's a team sport. But we will focus on our job, and the motivation with our 3 in the car with Mark and Bert and myself hasn't changed. For sure, it's not the first 3 races. We're not going according to our plans, at least. But we always show that we had a good performance, and in the end, a couple of things were not in our hands. But for sure, the motivation is as high as the start of the season, and we keep on pushing. That's for sure.
Moving on to Loic. Loic, your racing education was mainly in Japan. So how much experience do you have of the Nurburgring, and is it a track you enjoy?
You can see that the Toyota guys behind you were happy to be there. I've done a lot of years in Japan, that's for sure, and it's one of the reasons probably that I joined Audi, because I've been there with Andre and Ben. We did spend a lot of time over there, and the racing was fantastic. So I mean, when Ben and Andre joined Audi in 2010 or something like that, I was pushing to get a chance and to be with them in the team. So the whole team is close in terms of mentality from what I've been doing and what I've seen in Japan, and that's really positive, to be able to continue with some great guys like Ben and Andre.
So your knowledge of the Nordschleife and the Nurburgring, how much do you know of this track, and how much have you raced here?
I didn't race so much actually, and I was looking at the past, and I did Formula 3, which I thought was just a few years ago, but counting, at the end, it's many years ago. It's more than 10 years. I think it was 11 years ago, where I did fight against Lucas also when we were in Formula 3 back in the time. So it was a long time ago, but we had a chance to race here last year. As Timo said, it was a great event. Hopefully, it's going to be something similar. It was a great event in terms of fight on track, but also with a lot of people, a lot of viewers around. So there is always a nice atmosphere in Germany. There is a really important car manufacturer which are German, so it's an important event for all of us.
In terms of what Timo was speaking about, needing a different car from Le Mans to here, what has Audi brought to the party this weekend?
Maybe you saw in the media that we did bring our third aero package, which is really important because we're going to finish the season with it. To be honest, it's good that we do the press conference after the first session because at least we can see where we are more or less, and we are all really positive in the team with the car. We do believe that it's going to be much closer here than it was last year. We had a good feeling this morning, and now let's see the weather. That's another condition, but we do believe that since Le Mans we have done a good step for the WEC races.
And as car 8, do you feel closer to car 7 than you've been in previous years?
I mean, to be honest, I think 2013 we won the championship in front of them, and last year we had to support them because we had a bad beginning of the year, which it's the case for car number 1 and car number 2. You know, at the end it's a team effort. Now that we did a good first half of the season, let's say, we did score good points. We've been competitive. I do believe that we're going to be fighting at the front anyway.
Thank you. Sebastian, your last month, it's been quite crazy for you, obviously, rolling back to the last time we saw you at Le Mans. Talk us about your emotions, that roller coaster from the end of Le Mans through to now, going to Battersea, and all the other things that have happened to you in between.
Yeah, clearly, we had a very strong race until the failure in Spa, and then we went to Le Mans knowing we would be competitive, and clearly we were. We had a fantastic race until the last few minutes. It was, as you can imagine, very difficult to accept what had happened, but we obviously investigated everything, and we kind of found what happened, or at least we took some measures to make sure it will not happen again. But it was very difficult to move on, and I think it's going to be difficult, for the next few years, because when you know how hard it is to get in this position to fight for the win in Le Mans, to lose it in the last lap is difficult to accept. But we cannot do anything. We have to move on. And then Formula E obviously was good for me because last year I lost it for 1 point, and this year, when you just win it, it's good, especially after Le Mans. But it doesn't make it easier to accept what happened in Le Mans anyway. It's two different matters.
In terms of the team, we know Porsche and Audi are German brands, but talk us a little bit about Toyota's involvement with the local area here.
The team is based in Cologne, so a lot of members are Germans, and it's a bit of a home race as well. So we will have a lot of employees coming here for the weekend, and so supporting us. Like in the other teams, those people don't get the chance to see the car. So we really organize something big here, and hopefully we will be, in the game for the win, and that would be, a good reward if we could have a good result here.
And is that possible? You've shown that you have the pace in Le Mans. Can you roll that kind of performance through the rest of the season, especially with this ultra-high downforce setup?
Clearly we were very competitive in Spa and Le Mans, where you need a lot less downforce. In Silverstone we were not so good. That's why we brought a package that has more downforce. I think we might be, better. It's difficult to know if it's going to be enough or not, especially if it rains. We might be still a little bit down on downforce, but I think it's maybe just going to be difficult for this race because this track requires really a lot of downforce, more than the rest of the tracks then later in the season. So even if we are not so competitive here, we should be good for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. Moving on to the LMP2 category. René Rast from G-Drive Racing, a local to the Nurburgring, René, a multiple winner here in Porsches and other forms of racing, and you've already got a podium this year as well, so it must be great to be back.
Yeah, it's always a great feeling to be back. I think I did already like 4 or 5 races this year on the Nurburgring, so I know it quite well. It's kind of my home track, even though I'm living in Austria, but still, it's like a home feeling coming back, seeing all the German fans, and it's always a great atmosphere to be here.
Looking at the team, you've got a new teammate this weekend. How is that going to change the dynamic for the rest of the season?
let's see. I mean, it was the first practice with him today. I think he was quite fast. We have a good communication between each other. Let's see. We have a good feeling, but it's still too early to say. The outcome of the season. But we feel welcome, and I think he's a good racer. He showed that in the past races in LMP3 and also in the LMP2 the seasons before. So I hope he's on a very high level.
In terms of the vehicle performance, you are directly racing Signatech Alpine for the championship at the moment, it looks like anyway. What do you have to work on to get to their level? Or do you feel like you're at their level and there's just not the luck there yet? I
think we are pretty much the same, if not on a higher level, but we just had too many issues, let's say, in the previous races. Like in Silverstone, we had a contact with the GT car, which, and same in Spa, we had 2 contacts in Spa and in Silverstone. And in Le Mans, we also had, if you watch the statistics, we lost quite a lot of time in many areas. I think we haven't had luck too much, to be honest. I hope this will change for the rest of the season, but I think in terms of pace, we are pretty much on the level.
Thank you very much, René. Stefan, first dream win for you at Le Mans and for Ford last time. Are you still smiling about that famous win?
Yeah, I mean, for our team with Ford, it was absolutely great thing coming back after 50 years and make that happen. So everybody has it's on fire also for a year. In the moment we are leading the Drivers' Championship, which is an extra boost for us. And honestly, I can't wait to go out to race here on my home track, and I'm really looking forward to Sunday.
The first part of the year, the first 2 races at least, looked like they were dominated by Ferrari and they were a level above everyone else. But as you say, you lead the World Cup, so can Ford continue that performance for the rest of the season now?
Yeah, that we have to see. As we heard with the LMP cars, it's the same for us. So the tracks coming now are completely different to Le Mans. We saw that the car is good in Le Mans, but definitely here you need other stuff. And the practice sessions look like everybody's very close together, but the BOP has changed as well. So I'm not quite sure. We have to see. We struggled a little bit at Silverstone and Spa. We were there in Le Mans, and we have to see where we are. To be honest, I have a good feeling we will be there, but how good, how bad, don't know. It will be tight racing for sure, as we've seen it, and you need also good luck for that.
And only 2 drivers this weekend, no Billy Johnson, so how does that change what you're doing as a driver with just the 2 of you this weekend?
Yeah, of course, it makes everything much more efficient. So it's a shame that Billy is not here with us, but it gives you more track time. You have more time to develop the car for quali and also for the race. So it's much more relaxing as well if you have 2 drivers only in the car.
Wolf, finally to you. Last year, the Porsche took victory in GT Pro, winning that class. Can we expect the same again this year from the GTM category?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I wasn't there last year. It's for me the first full season in WEC. I raced the last 11 years in the US. I say why not? I mean, the Porsche and the M-Class are very competitive, and we saw it this morning. The gap between the cars is not big, and I think the track should be okay, should suit the Porsche, should suit us. So I think the chance is there, and it should be fine for everybody. We have 3 Porsche, and I think all 3 have a good chance to be on the podium this weekend.
One question I wanted to ask is about the end of the lap. Last year we used the old layout with the faster chicane. This year we've reverted to the slower chicane. As a driver, what would you prefer to be? Would you prefer the fast entry into last corner?
I have no preference. We use the fast version during the 24-hour race here or at the VLN races. I haven't done this slow version for a long time, but it's no problem. I mean, I like both. It's just I think more difficult for the prototypes. Maybe they have more problems to go so tight around the left and right and the chicane. for us it's absolutely no problem. But we have to be careful. We have to stay away from these yellow curbs. They are very high, and the car is already upset a little bit by the regular curbs, and this makes it a little bit tricky at the entry that we don't hit the yellow ones and have a smooth or clean run through the chicane.